Hello, you don't have to listen to this part, but you might find it helpful, especially if this is your first time doing a YouTube tarot reading, or any tarot reading, really. For pick-a-card readings, you only need to pick one, or maybe even more, reading piles while thinking of your question. You don't have to think about it too hard, just pick the first one that comes to mind, or the one you feel drawn to. The universe will guide you to the information you're looking for if you allow it. Now, I'll explain how I believe these cards work, because they do work. In fact, I believe they're always right. The cards read the energy you give at the moment you listen to the reading, no matter when the reading was recorded. So your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings allow the cards to read your situation and potential outcomes, among other things. They can show what other people think of you, who you're going to marry, and even what your cat is feeling. So a tarot, which is completely safe to do, it's just reading energy. You can use it either for fun or as a means to help support you along your journey. If you do want to get the most out of your reading, specifically here on YouTube where there's so many amazing readers posting free pick-a-card videos, I do have a few suggestions. First, before you even look up a question, meditate and make sure you're calm. I know that it can be hard to be calm when you're desperately looking for guidance, but energy is like a Chinese finger trap. The more you panic, the worse it gets, or the more scattered your energy gets. It can make it more difficult to find the most productive card piles for your situation, or even to really listen to what the universe needs you to know. I know this because I've tried to do readings while upset and just kept getting more and more frustrated. So, drink some tea, go for a walk, take a few deep breaths, whatever helps you find some peace and really think about your situation. Next is to figure out the question. Tarot can be a bit limited in how exact it gets, especially on general YouTube readings. You can get a clear yes or no, but maybe the question isn't quite what you wanted to ask. To be fair though, I do think the universe will guide you to a reading that is suited to you regardless, even if it's just one sentence in the entire reading that you needed to hear. As long as you are calm and open to receiving guidance, you will find what you're looking for. And then, since we're going off general readings, I do suggest watching several different tarot readers' videos for your question. Take notes of words, phrases, or even your own thoughts during the readings. And if you see certain cards appearing over and over again in the different readings for the same questions, I would definitely suggest looking up that card. There are links to some good tarot sites below that you can use to look up meanings to see if there's another aspect of this card that resonates more with you. The cards are never wrong, and I'm not saying that the readers are, but these are general readings, and your situation will have certain nuances that others who picked your deck don't have, or the readers might read in a way that simply doesn't resonate with you. That's totally fine. Even for one-on-one readings, I don't usually know more than the person's name, and although the cards are always spot on, I might interpret a connection or cards roll wrong, especially if I feel rushed or frustrated. I hope this helps explain tarot and its abilities better. Let me know if you have any other questions below. Thanks for watching! Everyone has had something traumatic happen in their lives. Just to be clear, if the memory brings you pain, it is traumatic. You could compare your trauma to someone else's, whether in thinking you had it worse or they had it worse, but I think we all know that isn't healthy. There's a saying, and I think it's a little morbid, but I also think it works really well here. A person who drowns in a foot of water is just as dead as someone who drowns in the middle of the ocean. If it hurts, it hurts. And that just means you're human and you have emotions. You should never shame yourself or others for that. Now, while you should accept your feelings, that doesn't mean you're excused for your actions, and hurting yourself or others. Give yourself slack, but don't abuse others' trust in you. Easier said than done in some situations, I know, but how else do we have healthy relationships with ourselves and others? In any case, today we're focusing on how to heal from those things that have hurt us, that are keeping us in pain and bringing in negative energy that can keep bringing you into more negative and traumatic situations. It's like a cycle of negativity, and no one wants to get stuck in that. I think that's why it's common, at least for a lot of people, that when bad things happen, all of the bad things happen at once. Or after dealing with something traumatic, they deal with more traumatic events. Frustration builds on frustration, and with law of attraction, the negative energy brings more negative situations. So, let's get you out of that negative spiral and open space for positive energy and positive situations. Today, we're going to pull 5 cards. 1 for the situation you need to work on, and the next 3 for what you need to focus on mentally, physically, and spiritually in that order to get past this trauma, and then the 1 last card for what you should avoid. I hope it helps. Good luck. Alright, the winner of today's personalized question is Live Life on Your Own Terms, or LLOYOT. Awesome name, by the way, and congrats! This is such a cool question, and I hope you get something out of the answer. I hope it helps. Okay, the question asked is, what is the one thing that they can do to fully step into the role of inspiring people who truly need it? Now, for this sort of question, asking what you can focus on in order to do something better, I like to pull out 3 cards for what you should focus on mentally, physically, and spiritually. But, you asked for just one thing. So I decided to do both, because you can never go wrong with more. Can you tell I'm from the US? Alright, so anyways, what I did is I pulled the 3 cards for what you need to focus on mentally, physically, and spiritually to step into this role of inspiring people as you desire, as well as a single card for the number 1 thing you can focus on right now to get closer to your goal. So first we're going to go with the 3 card draw, and what we got was 2 of Wands reversed for what you need to focus on mentally, the High Priestess reversed for what you need to focus on physically, and then the Prince of Swords for what you need to focus on spiritually. Okay, and 2 of Wands. So this one is about being at a crossroads or planning, about making sure that you have a clear plan that is full of energy, enthusiasm, and the enthusiasm you originally felt for this project or this desire. You need to make sure that's lined up with what's truly important to you and makes you happy, and is aligned with your personal values and purpose. So, gotta make a plan and be clear on what you really want to do. Like, the idea you have now is kind of broad, so you can definitely expand on it and be like, exactly how are you going to inspire people? And make sure your how aligns with what is important to you, what correlates with your values and your purpose. So you need to make a plan that feels right to you, something like that. Then physically, High Priestess, this one is about being in touch with your inner guidance system, your intuition. It's about allowing yourself to be guided by and trust those feelings inside of you. Since this is about what you can do physically, I think it's saying that to reconnect with your intuition so that you can create better plans and truly focus on what will bring you your desired outcome. You know, kind of relaying back to this, making the plans, you need to focus on your intuition to know what is truly right for you. Okay, I think it could like suggest meditation or just carving out a space where you can let your mind relax without worrying about the outside world and just listen to what your body wants to tell you. Things are a lot simpler and easier when you let go of doubt and fear. And we need to focus on spiritually. Okay. What kind of energy you should embrace in order to meet your goals? The Prince of Swords. The Prince or Knight of Swords is a highly driven character, ambitious with lots of forward-moving energy. I get this one a lot myself when I ask the cards what I should focus on in order to expand my channel, my business, my dreams, you know? So this one, it's about forward-moving energy. You move forward without worrying about the challenges or difficulties because you are strong and determined to make this work. You need to be assertive with what you want. Make sure you have solid intentions that you just go after, you know? You just need to go after it, and you need to start now. It's good to make mistakes because you can learn from them. If you don't do anything now, will you ever do anything later? It's kind of like that, you know? And then I'll just go ahead and get the other one. The one thing that you can do now, which is kind of the question you asked before, and that is, I don't know how on screen this is, but it's 7 of Pentacles. The one thing that you can do now in order to get closer to your goal is to sow your seeds, to start by putting energy and time into this desire so that one day you will be where you want. Create a plan now, do the work, and grow. Think long term about what you can do today that will reward you. You know, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next month, but in the future. Okay, so overall, there's a pretty common theme that I think is reflected in the 7 of Pentacles, and it's this: just start. You need to push aside the doubt and fear, easier said than done, I know, Listen to your intuition and start planning for the long term now. You need to put the pen to paper, plan out your days, learn from your mistakes, and grow. Just make sure your goal is in line with your values and purpose so that you're doing work that you know will be for your highest good. The way I see this is kind of, like I said, what I'm doing right now with my YouTube channel. I started about a week ago, and although I did spend some time planning out questions for videos and making cute animations, I mostly just made sure I knew why I was doing this, to enlighten and have fun with people around the world. And then I learned as I went along. It's been a lot of work, but I have about 50 subscribers now, and I'm so thankful for each of them. One day I'll have 1,000, and maybe one day even more. But for you, each step you take might not be easy and make it seem like you're so far from your goal. But like I'm a lot closer to my goal of 1,000 subscribers than I was just last week before I started uploading. So it's like that. You just need to start. Stay true to yourself and believe in what you're doing. Oof, I hope that helps. I really wish you the best in your endeavors. It sounds like an amazing cause, and I can't wait to see what you create. Alright, for people who chose group number 1, let's see how you can heal from your trauma. Alright, so we have the 3 for what you need to focus on mentally, spiritually, and physically. Prince of Swords, King of Pentacles, King of Wands. And then we have what the situation that the cards are picking up on, and that is the 7 of Pentacles. And then what you need to avoid, Ace of Pentacles reversed. So let's get into this. So 7 of Pentacles. So it seems you've been working long and hard on something, maybe even overdoing it and exhausting yourself, but there hasn't been any real payoff yet, and you're getting frustrated, understandably. Or maybe there was something in the past that you spent a lot of time and energy on, but in the end, it ended basically as a failure, and now you're having trouble succeeding after such a disappointment. It's like it's still hanging on to you. Well, it's time to figure out how to overcome that. Okay, so what you can focus on mentally. Prince of Swords. For mentally, you need to embrace the energy of the Prince of Swords. You need to stop thinking about everything that could or will go wrong and just do it. Be assertive in getting what you want. See it in your mind, plan for it, and go for it. Nothing is impossible. Sometimes it might take some time, but you can do it. Okay. Then what you need to focus on physically, King of Pentacles. Physically, it's about self-discipline and control, especially in matters of wealth and career. This represents the ultimate business owner, someone who has the touch of Midas. Midas? I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Like everything they touch, it turns to gold. See yourself as this person, working responsibly and effectively in order to get the results you desire, whether it's in a business venture or creative project. Feel yourself as worthy of accomplishing these things. That'll help you. Okay, and then spiritually, King of Wands. It's about having a clear vision of what you want or where you want to go and putting your energy towards that. Have clear intentions of what you want to accomplish. Don't waste your time on activities or relationships that you don't see a future in. You have amazing things you want to accomplish, so you have to see yourself as amazing to accomplish it. Tell yourself that you're amazing and successful every day when you wake up. Commit to it. Know that it's true and know that you hold the power to be even more amazing. Believe in yourself, Oh, believe in yourself and your intentions. Okay, and then what to avoid, Ace of Pentacles reversed. This seems to be pretty clear. It's about hesitation and moving forward, especially with opportunities. It's about second guessing or doubting yourself. For some people, it does suggest that you should make your goals more realistic so that you don't have to keep watching your plans fall apart each time. You should also not forget to be pragmatic, budget, and make sure you have a solid plan in place. So overall, there's a lot of masculine energy here with the kings and princes. I think the cards are saying it's time to be your own white knight or your own Prince Charming. It's time to stop worrying about the past and time to make your dreams come true. Get clear on what you want. Make a plan that gets you there, be disciplined, and follow it, pushing aside anything that isn't a part of your long-term plans. Know your power, own it, claim it, and avoid that self-doubt. If you feel it come on, take a deep breath And know that anyone who's ever had to make their own success has felt that too. But just like them, you can also push it away and bring your focus back to where it will actually help. Self-doubt and second-guessing is just a waste of energy. Use that energy to learn and grow instead. I hope this helps you overcome this trauma. I feel like it's very career-oriented for most viewers, though I'm sure there are some people where it's just about life goals in general, like where you want to be in 5 years, relationship, career, health, whatever it is. Even though you've tried before and got nothing, that doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means you need to try again and use what you learned before to be better this time. Keep going. You will succeed eventually. Just make sure you are aligned with your values. You got this. Good luck. But before you go, there is a chance to win a free personalized tarot reading. Just subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, and comment your question below. I'll put the reading at the beginning of the next video with your YouTube name, so I wouldn't recommend making it too personal, but I will answer to the best of my abilities. Silly questions are always welcome. Of course, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you'll know when my next video is out. Comment below to let me know if your reading resonated with you. I do love hearing about that. And if you want a one-on-one reading, be sure to check out my Etsy. Link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it helped, and I know you're going to have an amazing day. Group 2. Let's see how we can help you heal from your trauma. Alright, so group 2. This is what I got for you. I hope you can see them all. Okay, so for the situation you need to work on, we got Ace of Swords, what you need to focus on mentally, Six of Hearts reversed, physically, Six of Wands reversed, spiritually, the Hanged Man, and then what you need to avoid, Prince of Swords. Okay, so let's get into this. So the situation, it seems like it's a bit of a mental struggle. This card is usually about new beginnings, about creating something or standing up for what's right and power. This is a traumatic situation. I did pull a clarifying card and got the Lovers, and of course I forgot to bring it, so just imagine the Lovers here. That doesn't always mean romance per se, but it is about choice, about staying true to who you are. Also, I'm thinking this situation is one where you've recently had some sort of breakthrough, one dealing with your personal beliefs and values, about what you think is right, and opening up your mind to new ideas. Like, the Ace of Swords can also be seen as a double-edged sword, where there is power to create something amazing, there is also the power to destroy. Perhaps you have relationships with people who don't share your new way of thinking and it's tearing you apart. Feels like it's something like that for a lot of viewers. Ow. Okay, and now what you need to focus on mentally in order to help overcome that. We have the Six of Hearts reversed. This card is about living in the past, and maybe wishing that things were back to how they used to be in the good old days, and missing the opportunities available to create newer, better memories in the present. Accept and make peace with the past so you can focus on the now. Forgive others and yourself. Let go of things or your old views of certain people so you can focus on what's here now. I'm getting the feeling that there might be someone you love, that you might have grown up with, and now you've opened your mind up to new ideas. You're starting to see this person in a new light and realizing maybe they aren't the best person ever, that they are human and humans make mistakes. You were given this new knowledge and ideas. Don't let them go. It wouldn't be right for yourself. Instead, be present and accept what is. You have to one day. Don't keep putting it off. Easier said than done, I know, but gotta start somewhere. Alright, and for what you need to focus on physically, the Six of Wands reversed. This one, it's about creating your own definition of success. Don't try seeking approval and validation from others or comparing yourself. That simply strips you of your own power and confidence. Focus on what success looks like to you, or, what would make you proud. Figuring that out will help you make better decisions and be in alignment with who you really are. Spiritually focused. The Hanged Man. Alright, this card is telling you to release the old mental habits and behaviors that no longer serve you. We're in that new mindset now with the Ace of Swords. You need to see the world from your new perspective and embrace all the new opportunities that would have been there otherwise. Take this as a sign to pause, to let this new way of seeing the world really soak in so you can figure out what is truly important to you in this state of mind. Kind of back to what the Six of Wands was saying. Find out what's important to you. You need to sit down and be introspective a bit. Let's see, but what you need to avoid. Oh, and then we get it again.
That pause that the Hanged Man encourages is also reflected in what to avoid, the Prince of Swords. This card is all about charging forward with no thoughts to possible consequences or with a real plan. It's about acting a bit too quickly, acting without thought, and then maybe later realizing it was out of alignment with your values. Something like that. So overall, goodness, this is a bit of a pickle. So it sounds like you have a new way of seeing the world, or at least you're in the process of accepting a new perspective. But perhaps the people around you are still stuck in the old way of thinking. It kind of reminds me of growing up with a grandma you love, only to realize, like, when you come back from university, she has all these rather, sexist views, or racism, maybe. Like, maybe she has a strict idea of gender roles, and you're realizing that you don't need to conform to them, or there's a lot of energy here that suggests you're gaining your own opinions and ideas on the world and how things work, as people tend to do when they grow up or move away from their home where everyone has the same view, so you've just never questioned it before, or maybe the internet is showing you new perspectives. Whatever it is, it's making you question a lot of things, which is totally fine. I feel like for some people watching, you need to figure out what your values and beliefs are so that you can hold true to them, so that you can really be yourself. For a lot of the viewers, I feel like it's important to not rely on other people's versions of success for you. You need to figure out what success means to you and not compare yourself to others. Don't rush into this. Take your time and reflect and gather your thoughts. This is a process, not a race. Give yourself space and time and forgiveness. This isn't easy for anyone. This is about growing, and when there's growing pains. You can and will make it out of this, and as a stronger person, firm in their beliefs. If you have to give yourself space from certain people in your life, that's okay. These things take time, and maybe one day they'll understand too. I wish you the best. But before you go, there is a chance to win a free personalized tarot reading. Just subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, and comment your question below. I'll put the reading at the beginning of the next video with your YouTube name, so I wouldn't recommend making it too personal. But I will answer to the best of my abilities. Silly questions are always welcome. Of course, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you'll know when my next video is out. Comment below to let me know if your reading resonated with you. I do love hearing about that. And if you want a one-on-one reading, be sure to check out my Etsy. Link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it helped, and I know you're going to have an amazing day. Alright, group 3. Let's see what's going on and what we can do about it. Okay, so here's all the cards. The situation to work on is Six of Wands reversed. What you need to focus on mentally is Queen of Wands reversed. What you need to focus on physically is the Hermit. What you need to focus on spiritually is the Queen of Hearts reversed. And then what to avoid is the Magician reversed. Okay, so let's go through this all. So first of all, the situation. Six of Wands reversed. The Six of Wands upright is usually about victory, but when reversed, it's more about something like a fall from grace, or maybe you worked hard for something and expected people to be proud, but instead you're just ignored for your efforts or given negative feedback, you're being punished or neglected, or maybe even your reputation has been damaged from this. It could also be about relying on other people's opinions of you by seeking their approval and validation, wanting to please people, comparing yourself to others, those things that never work out very well. What you can do to overcome this is Queen of Wands reversed. So mentally, the Queen of Wands is usually upright. It's about being a social butterfly, but reversed, it's more about needing alone time so that you can reconnect with your inner self, to rebuild your sense of self and your resilience. Allow yourself to figure out who you are and find the confidence to express it, even if it isn't exactly what people expect from you. It's important to note that this card does connect with some of the ideas in the Six of Wands reversed. It's like you should figure out what success means personally to you, as it might not be the same for others. So, ask yourself, what does success look like to you? What would make you happy and fulfilled if you didn't have to worry about other people's opinions? Okay. Then for the Hermit, what you need to focus on physically, this is, again, we have another card that encourages introspection and giving yourself time to be alone. Take a break from everyday life so you can really look within yourself. Maybe it's time to go to a place where you have a spiritual connection with, if you're religious or spiritual, or maybe, just go out to on a camping trip or go out to the woods. Get out of your own headspace, of the people you're around. Or maybe, you could even just stay in instead of going out. Giving time back to yourself, to be yourself, to meditate on what's truly important to you. Maybe you're feeling the pull to let go of like materialism or material objects. It might be time to give into that to help you release some of this trauma or this bad energy that you've been carrying. Like donating items that you no longer use, freeing up physical space in your house. That might help if you've been feeling called to that. Okay, and then spiritually, we got the Queen of Hearts reversed. You need to put more energy towards yourself instead of allowing yourself to be emotionally and physically drained by the demands of others or, supporting others. You're a great caretaker, but you need to take care of yourself as well. Look at your relationships. Are they healthy, or are you giving too much of yourself? Maybe it's time to set boundaries and focus on your emotional well-being. Again, this card could also reflect the need to withdraw a bit, to give yourself time and space to listen to your inner guidance. Try to reconnect with your intuition, to be in touch with your emotions and let go of the stress. Journaling, I think, would help out a lot here. Writing whatever thoughts or feelings come to mind so you can try to break them down and figure out better ways to deal with them. Or, maybe to just get them out of your head so they aren't screaming in your mind, I find it helpful. Some other people might just stress relief stuff, whether it's running or something that'll help you relax. But what you need to avoid is Magician Reverse. This card can mean a few things. Like, it's saying you might not be taking action, so stop wasting time and listen to your intuition so you know when opportunities may come up. It's saying to avoid being unclear about your goals, to not waste your talents. If you feel like your real potential is being held back, it's time to figure out what's stopping you from nurturing and exploring this, and what you can do to reach your fullest potential. Okay, so overall, this is a lot. It seems like you might be focusing more on what other people want and expect from you instead of doing what's really right for you. That's never fun. You need to figure out what's truly important to you, to look within yourself and get clear on what success means to you. You need to focus on you, to set boundaries and give yourself time to be alone. You need to sort out your emotions. Allow yourself to breathe with all these other people's expectations that seem to be weighing you down. You have a lot of potential. Figure out how to work with your own talents and skills so you can reach your fullest potential. A happy, fulfilling life is there for you, but there will be some heavy inner work before that. Still, you can do it. I believe in you. I feel like a lot of viewers do push themselves hard, like really hard, trying to reach up to others' nearly impossible standards to you. Now, that's admirable to a point. You might be okay for some time, but what about when you reflect in your life for 5 years? In all this time wasted chasing someone else's dream, you might have a similar path you want to go down. You don't have to take this person's path or what the society thinks you should do. You don't have to take that path. You have the power to make your own dreams come true by your own means. You really do. You just need to figure out what that is and what's important to you. So, good luck! I believe in you. But before you go, there's a chance to win a free personalized tarot reading. Just subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, and comment your question below. I'll put the reading at the beginning of the next video with your YouTube name, so I wouldn't recommend making it too personal, but I will answer to the best of my abilities. Silly questions are always welcome. Of course, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you'll know when my next video is out. Comment below to let me know if your reading resonated with you. I do love hearing about that. And if you want a one-on-one reading, be sure to check out my Etsy. Link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it helped, and I know you're going to have an amazing day.